So I wanted to provide a kind of a video of my oldest tree that I have. So this is a 25 plus, maybe give or take a couple years, rootstock of Florida Turpentine. The original graft was a non-dock mine number 4. It's my oldest tree, my least successful one. It struggled most of its lives. For the most part, I thought it was going to die several times. It hasn't really grown much compared to other trees. It hasn't really fruit much compared to other trees. So it's not the fruiting that's keeping it small. It's not the productivity that's keeping it small, anything like that. So it's that tree right there to the right. That's the Florida Turpentine. The seedling, there's another seedling right next to it. And you might be saying, why is it planted so close to it? And the reason why it's planted so close is because for the longest time, for every few years, it always seems like this tree was going to die. So that's why seedling was planted right next to it, just in case that tree to the right end up dying, the turpentine. So the seedling, I would say the seedling is probably half the age, maybe 12 years, give or take a few years. And the turpentine finally started doing really well, I would say the last 7 years, because I think a few things is happening. There's the rootstock of the seedling, and I think it's maybe experienced some sort of root grafting with the turpentine that's helping support the turpentine tree. The other thing is that this tree, I have not let it fruit since 2021. So it hasn't held on to any fruit since 2021. And since then, I've been kind of pretty much doing some heavy pruning, heavy reshaping the tree, and quite a bit of grafting. So I think that has definitely kind of helped with the tree. I've been trying to trim off a lot of the branches, cleaning out the branches, and trying to get more vertical growth on this, more vertical limbs on this. So that's kind of helped it a bit. So let me start off with the first graft that you see. This right here is I'm sorry, not graft. This is Little Gem, and Little Gem has that kind of weird, kind of wrinkly kind of leaves. So this is Little Gem right here, and you can see this is about to rebloom, I think. And the blooms that came out in this got fungal damage, just like about this size. I didn't even get any taller. So this area of my yard is probably the most fungal prone area. Lots of fungal pressure here compared to anything else, any other videos you have seen. This yard, this backyard with the mature trees has a lot of fungal pressures, and that's due to, I think, lots of several reasons. We have a lot of kind of large fruit trees here, not just in my yard, but also my neighbor's yard. There's lots of larger orange trees. There's just a lot of these large trees that just seems to be kind of creating an environment that kind of supports lots of fungal pressures, lots of powdery mildew spores. So I think that's the reason why the fungal pressure here is really high. Also, you see the sun right now. Sun is that way, which is west, so it's setting right now. The sun is setting right now. Okay, so this is Little Gem. This right here is Valkyrie. Let's see this here. Right here is Ambrosia. It looks, I mean, out of all the leaves, I think these look like some of the cleanest leaves right now. So this is Ambrosia. And this right here is a cuba mint from my friend June. So I'm really hoping to see one day I get to try a ripe fruit, because definitely looks like more like the authentic variety out there. This is what I have growing. Okay, down here is kind of some remnants of the non-duck mine number 4. Let's see, right here is Maha Chinook, a very vertical growing strain, at least a strain of Maha I have. So I had to tip it to just try and encourage it to branch a little bit. This is Sugarloaf. Sugarloaf right here. This right here is Sweet Tart. So that's a Sweet Tart graft right here. Getting pretty decent size. There's another one right here. This is also a Sweet Tart graft. Also getting pretty good size. Right here is an ST Maui. ST Maui right here. Let's see what else. Oh, I have an oak run right here. This is an oak run. This right here is a Super Julie. Super Julie right here. This is a creme brulee. Right here. This kind of leggy one right here. This one is coconut cream. So pretty leggy. Here, coconut cream. This right here is a Jinhuang Golden Queen. And this right here is Pim Sang Moon. And it ended up getting on its leaves. I'm not really sure what kind of fungal issue it was, but it looked almost like anthracnose. So I had to spray this. I sprayed this several times. It did kind of stop it, and it's not spreading to anything else, and it's not spreading to the stems. But the reason why I didn't remove the leaves is because I didn't want it to kind of create this whole cluster of blooms. I just kind of wanted to kind of keep the bloom tips on here. I know if I remove the leaves, it would try to push growth, and that growth is going to be all blooms. So I'll eventually remove this once the weather warms up a bit more. But at least the fungal issue is gone. It's not spreading or anything like that. But this is Pim Sang Moon, and I've never seen this before in any of my mangoes. So here's another part of the branch. It's like, I think it's some sort of anthracnose or something, but it never sprayed with copper. It never ended up even getting closer to like the stem of the leaves or the branches, which is a good sign. It just kind of remained on the leaves. So it's very susceptible to something here in my yard. Not sure what it is, but very susceptible to some kind of fungal issue here in my yard. This right here is a Bennett Alfonso. Bennett Alfonso right here. Here's an Angie. Angie right here. Let's see. Got some more remnants of non-duck mine number 4. Here's a gram. This is a gram right here. And let's see what else. And this is a curry right here. Branch right here, that's a curry. So I think that kind of covers everything. Again, I've been using this Florida Turpentine kind of more as a kind of to hold on to some of my spare scions and a place to graft scions too, that if I don't have any extra branches somewhere. That's what I've been kind of utilizing this Florida Turpentine rootstock for. I have not let it held any fruit since 2021, and that's when it was mostly non-duck mine number 4. But in 2021, I did some heavy pruning of it. In 2021, and like pruning pretty heavily, consistently after that, and in addition to grafting over a lot of remaining branches. So it's just an update, something I don't show too often because I don't want people to say here's a successful turpentine rootstock, because I would not consider this a successful turpentine rootstock. You know, it's a old rootstock, old turpentine rootstock for sure. I don't know many people that has one this old that's still alive, but it's definitely like a 25-year-old turpentine rootstock. And in terms of age, you know, it's old, but not what I would call a successful tree. So lots of reshaping that has been happening. It used to be more or less kind of remain as a, I think about a 6-foot tree, you know, 5.5, 6-foot tree. So now I kind of really emphasize some vertical branching on it and heavy pruning to remove all the kind of limpy kind of growth, and trying to push more vertical branching up before it kind of branches out. That's what I've been kind of doing with it. So I mean, it's the highest point now is pretty tall, like about 8 foot, you know, versus in the past was kind of remain as a kind of 6-foot bushy limpy tree. You know, removing a lot of extra limbs has definitely helped, and encouraging a lot of vertical growth has kind of helped. Okay, so this is an update of my 25-year plus old turpentine rootstock.